One detail bothered me before anything dramatic happened. The title promises 7 days buried alive, but almost immediately the footage hints that the real experiment is not burial itself. It's whether a carefully managed support system can keep one person psychologically functional inside an extremely controlled box. That's a very different claim, and the rest of the video never quite separates those two ideas. That distinction matters because the video's central argument is bigger than survival. It asks the audience to believe that prolonged confinement becomes compelling evidence of extraordinary human endurance. It partly succeeds, but the evidence mostly demonstrates persistence under supervision rather than answering broader questions about isolation, fear, or what being buried alive normally means. The strongest evidence comes from the accumulation of small moments instead of dramatic ones. Sleeping awkwardly, reading, stretching, counting hours, and slowly losing enthusiasm are exactly the kinds of details that make long-duration challenges believable. Ironically, boredom becomes the most convincing witness because it is difficult to fake for days. But wait, this is where the evidence gets interesting. Every visible comfort changes what the experiment means. Bedding, communication, supplies, lighting, and the obvious ability of a production team to monitor the situation mean the audience is watching managed confinement, not absolute entrapment. That doesn't make the challenge easy. It changes the question being answered. The emotional framing also deserves scrutiny. Reactions from people outside the enclosure reinforce that this is an ordeal worth celebrating, and that social validation quietly becomes part of the challenge. The audience is encouraged to admire endurance itself, even when the video spends less time asking why endurance is meaningful beyond spectacle. A dry observation. After enough hours, even a spray bottle somehow starts looking like an event. That's not a criticism of the participant. It's a reminder that sensory deprivation lowers the threshold for excitement, and the video unintentionally demonstrates that psychological principle better than it explains it. There's a philosophical turn hiding underneath all this. Extreme challenge videos often suggest that suffering automatically creates meaning. I don't think that's proven here. What the footage proves is that structure, goals, and an audience can help someone tolerate discomfort far longer than many viewers expect. Those are related ideas, but they are not identical. To the video's credit, it rarely pretends the experience is glamorous. The visible fatigue and repetition stop the challenge from becoming pure fantasy. That honesty gives the premise credibility. The strongest part of the argument is also its biggest vulnerability. The more authentic the monotony feels, the clearer it becomes that the production is documenting a specific engineered scenario rather than making a universal statement about human limits. So my conclusion is mixed but pointed. The video successfully demonstrates commitment and careful logistical planning. It does not fully support the larger emotional mythology surrounding its own title. The evidence is strongest when it simply observes daily reality, and weakest whenever the framing encourages us to confuse an impressive production challenge with a definitive lesson about survival or resilience. That's why this challenge sticks with people. Not because it answers every question, but because it accidentally raises better ones than it sets out to explore. If you enjoy pulling apart those hidden assumptions instead of just counting the spectacle, stay nearby. There are plenty more viral certainties worth investigating.